Welcome guys, today I'm going to introduce you to a new Photoshop script known as the Photoshop Resizer script. So let's get right into it. First, let me show you the problem. Now there are photos of different sizes here. This photo is tall, this is wide, this is somewhere in between, etc. Now if you were to resize all these photos to particular dimensions, you can either go to Photoshop and try to resize them individually. Now if you have a large number of photos, that's going to be a nightmare. Alternatively, you can use the script that we are going to introduce to you today. You can download the script from picotry.com. The link will be given in the description below, and it's completely free of charge, so you don't have to worry about that. And once you download it and unzip the script, this is how you run it. You go to File, Scripts, and Browse. And then you go to the folder where you have stored the script. Now if you can't see the script in that folder, that's because you have selected Adobe JavaScript file. In order to view the script, you need to select Adobe JavaScript binary file. And once you run that file, this interface appears. And here you select the folder where you have stored the photos. For us, that will be Nature 1, this folder. And the render folder, you select the folder where you're going to store the edited photos. First, that will be Nature 1 editor. And here you can select the save format. You'll select PNG and no background. I'm going to show you what this does in a moment. But first, let's go with no background. And here you select, you specify the dimensions. Anything you want, you can specify anything you want. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we are going to leave it as it is. The dimensions that you want the photos to be resized to. And then you select render photos, and the photos will get resized. The time it takes for the resizing depends upon the speed of your computer, the number of photos, and the size of the photos. Once it finishes, you can go to the folder, which is this thing, and see the resized photos. Okay, it's finished right now. You can see the resized photos. All of these photos have the same dimensions, the dimensions we specified here. Okay, here you can see the dimensions. All the photos have the same dimensions. But let's look closely what has happened. Take this photo for instance. Now here, some of that photo has been cut off. So what has happened? Now, if the pixel aspect ratio of the photo, what is the pixel aspect ratio? Pixel aspect ratio is simply the width of the photo divided by the height. Okay, if the pixel aspect ratio of a photo is not equal to the pixel aspect ratio we specify here, some of that photo is going to get cut off. Okay, that is 960 divided by 1280 is not equal to 1280 divided by 720. Okay, it's not equal, and therefore that some of the photo is going to get cut off. This script is going to try and fit as much of the photo as possible. It's going to resize the photo and fit in as much as possible of the photo into the dimension specified here. But obviously, if the pixel aspect ratios are not equal, some of that photo is going to get cut off. Now in this photo, the pixel aspect ratio will be 1920 divided by 1080. This pixel aspect ratio is perfectly equal, is completely equal to this pixel aspect ratio. 1920 divided by 1080 is equal to 1280 divided by 720, and therefore for that photo, none of that photo has been cut off. The original photo has been resized to the new dimensions, this thing, without any of it getting cut off. But now in a photo like this one, let's see what happens here. The subject is near the top of the photo. The resized photo, the subject is not even in the photo. Okay, part of it is small part. So that's the problem when you choose this setting. If the subject is towards the edges of the photo, that subject is likely to get cut off from the edited photo. Okay, so that's the problem with that setting. Now let me show you what happens with fit whole image. Okay, when you choose fit whole image, you should specify a background color. This is a hex code color. This is the hex code of this color, this foreground color. Okay, but in order to get a different color for this, you need to change this foreground color. But while the script is running, Photoshop does not allow you to use any of these tools. Okay, so you have to first close the script and choose whatever foreground color, which will be the background color in the photo. uh, you need to choose whatever color you wish. For us, let's choose this. Note this hex value. Note that hex value, just note it, uh, and click OK, and then you run the script again. Binary file, and you can see that hex value that we selected here is here. Okay, now let's show you the fit all image option. For this, we'll go with nature 2. Render folder will be nature 2 edited. Save format will be png, and fit all image. The dimensions are the same as before, and it's going to take, okay, not going to take that much long. Remember the edited photos here. Remember this photo particularly where the subject is cut off, and let's see what has happened in this thing. You see the photos have been resized to the dimensions that is specified, 1280 to 720, but in this scenario the whole photo is present in the edited photo, in the resized photo as well. But in order to compensate for the remaining space, a background has been added. Okay, in all these photos. In this photo, where earlier the butterfly was completely cut off, now the whole photo is there, but in order to compensate for the space, a background has been added, and the background color is the one we specified here. Okay, now if the pixel aspect ratio of the photo to be edited is equal to this pixel aspect ratio, a background will not be added because it's unnecessary. You don't need to add a background because it can be resized perfectly. For example, this 1920 into 100. Let's see what has happened. The resized photo has no background. It has been resized to 1280 to 720. Okay, it has been resized perfectly because the pixel aspect ratio of this is equal to the pixel aspect ratio of the dimensions we specified. Okay, so that's it. Now, some of you may be thinking, wait a minute, there's a script that is shipped with Photoshop that does this exact same thing. And well, you're not quite right. Let me show you what that script does. The default script that is shipped with Photoshop. And in order to go to that script, you go to File, Scripts, and Image Processor. And here, you select you can select the folder where the photos are. For this example, we'll select Nature 3, and then the folder where you're going to store the edited photos, and nature 3 edited, and jpg, you can save it as jpg, and or psd, resize to fit 1280 to 720. And let's see what happens here. Okay, all the photos have been resized. And what has happened here? These are the edited photos, resized photos. These are the original photos. What has happened is that their photos have not, the type of photos are not changed. Tall photos remain tall, wide photos remain wide. So what has happened is basically the script has resized the photos until at least one of the dimensions of the photos matches the dimensions that we specified here. Okay, for example, for this photo has been resized until one of its dimensions, 720, matches the dimension we specified here, 720 here. Okay, all these photos at one of these dimensions matches the dimension specified here. So both dimensions won't equal the dimensions we specified here unless the pixel aspect ratio of the photo is equal to that. This photo only matches the both dimensions perfectly Otherwise, all photos have one dimension that fits the dimension specified here. Okay, so that's it for today, and be sure to subscribe to us and like us on Facebook. That way you can be the first to know about our newest After Effects and Photoshop scripts